It's Thursday and your local papers are ready for you at your front steps, and joining us in studio to give you your preview is Nikki Wesley.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi, thanks for joining us. And why don't you share with us, first off, about what's been happening with our conservations?
Absolutely. So Conservation Halton CAO Hassan Bassett was sort of blindsided recently by the letter from the province saying that they needed to start to focus more on their core mandate and start phasing out things that weren't specifically within the core mandate. And so things like the Maple Syrup Festival and like the high ropes course that was recently added and things of that nature that, you know, as we know, the public really enjoys, and taking all of those things and sort of phasing them out. So he's come back and said, you know, we're not going to do those because those things are, you know, what our community really has come to enjoy.
Oh, absolutely.
And the article is really interesting and sort of breaks down a little bit more about where their actual funding comes from. And it's not greatly from the province, so they're sort of they're pushing back against this particular mandate. And
you said specifically, you know, looking at some of the programs, now we know here in the Halton region, one of the biggest ones is, of course, our Maple Syrup Town.
Absolutely. Maple Town is big deal.
Yeah.
So to lose that would be, you know, that's a core thing that a lot of families do in the springtime.
Yeah. So we'll look forward to more updates on that.
Absolutely. And then going over into Oakville, we have a sad story about the Seville brothers.
Yes. Very tragic.
Yes, Forrest and Trent lost their father, Chris. You'll see them here. Earlier last year. Unfortunately, they then had a condo fire. So not only have they lost their father, they've lost their home, they've lost all of their belongings, and they're 16 and 18-year-old boys, and they're trying to, you know, make it on their own. So supporters of them have come forward and they've created a GoFundMe page, and they're hoping to, you know, help with the boys' post-secondary tuition and help them, you know, just reassemble their lives. Yeah. So that website is in the article in the Oakville Beaver this week.
Okay, great. And of course, people can access it online. I know you guys have been sharing that quite a bit.
Yes, so and that's also on Inside Halton.
Look for that on InsideHalton.com.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then finally, with the Labor Day weekend coming, we know it's coming. It's Rib Fest. So the big Rib Fest kickoff was this Tuesday. We've got, here you see the co-chair with his daughter Claire, and she was right into those ribs, Kristen. She was trying to steal them from Daddy. It was super cute, her first ever Rib Fest event. So this year they've added more shade. So for patrons who come out, there are more tents to sit underneath, so you're not sitting in the blazing hot sun, because we're supposed to have a really nice weekend.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're also pushing that, you know, it's not just ribs. There's poutine, there's gelato, there's a whole bunch of other food vendors in addition to the ribbers.
And there are vegetarian-friendly options as well.
Yes.
I know that's something that we've been seeing a lot more of, and there will be lots of options out there for those who are vegetarian or even vegan.
Yeah. And they've also added a climbing wall to the midway this year for the kids, so that's kind of fun.
Oh, fantastic. Well, there you have it. All your updates for this week in your local paper. You can read it as well online, InsideHalton.com. And don't forget to check out all of their great images on their Facebook and Instagram at Inside Halton.